5 years ago, I had a life that looked incredible on paper, but I was dying inside. I had the husband, we had the life in Spain, we bought a beautiful apartment in the historic neighborhood of Valencia. We restored it, we furnished it with all our favorite things. I had a copper bathtub imported from England. My kids had all moved out of the house. I was an empty nester. He didn't have kids. We got married in Rome. We had the dream life. And on the outside, yeah, it looked amazing. But yeah, I was dead inside and I didn't know why. What I didn't know at the time was I was in an emotionally abusive marriage, but that was really the culmination of decades of self-abandonment and living out the conditioning that I had been given to be a people pleaser, to put everybody else first, and to believe that I was living life the right way. And as long as I did that and was selfless, then life would work well for me. Guess what? It didn't. And I found myself at the end of 2019 desperately unhappy and with no idea why. I believed there was something wrong with me and everything I tried to fix myself wasn't working. And I knew I had to do something radical because everything I tried up to that point didn't work. And so I decided to try an experiment. I decided that if living as a selfless woman for 48 years didn't work, then I was going to live as a selfish woman for 1 year and see what happened. So my word for 2020 was selfish, which I hated. I didn't want to do it. It felt like the antithesis of everything I'd ever been taught to do, everything I'd been shown to do. I felt embarrassed about it, but the word wouldn't leave me alone. And so I was ready to do something radical. So I was like, all right, my word for 2020 is selfish. Everything I do in 2020, every choice I make is going to be because it's right for me. And that embarked me on the most radical year of my life, which changed everything in my life. And it taught me this very important lesson. That when women start to get selfish, when women undo the conditioning that tells them to be selfless, when women do the work to learn who they actually are and learn how to connect to your inner being, and then start to live your life from that place of connection, not only does everything change in your life, your self-love, your inner talk, your connection to your emotions, your connection to your spirituality, but everything outside begins to reflect that as well. Your wealth, your health, your relationships, your career, your purpose, it all starts to change as well. So I ended up writing a book about it. It's called The Selfish Year, which came out last year. And I was so amazed and astounded to get a book deal and have this book out in the world. You can get The Selfish Year wherever you buy your books. It's partly my story of my selfish year, but it's also partly strategies that I give you to be able to start to do this work, to come home to yourself, as I call it. Because if you've been a self-abandoner, if you've been conditioned to abandon your own safety, your own emotions, your own connection, your own comfort, over everybody else and for everybody else. And it takes work to come home to yourself and learn how to make a home inside of yourself. So if that speaks to you, go grab my book, The Selfish Year. But here's what else I want you to know. If your life looks good on paper, if you've raised the kids or you've navigated the divorce or, you've had the career, you're at a place in life where you're like, okay, been there, done that, what's next? If you are feeling as though it's too late for you or you don't know how to do anything different, but you desperately want something different, then this is your home. I have the Selfish Woman podcast. I suggest you start there by listening to the first episode, which is called Selfish is Not a Dirty Word. Go listen to that, and you can find that wherever you listen to your podcasts. But what I want to say to you is this. You are not too late. You are not too old. There is nothing wrong with you, but you have disconnected from yourself. And so we have to get you plugged back in to your own truth so that you can start to live from that place. That's the key, okay? And you have to learn how to be a selfish woman. I've started a series on YouTube called the Selfish Year series, which is based on my book. So the book is the guide for the year, but every week on YouTube, I'm coming in with one long form video that is going to take you through one of the principles in my book and do a deep dive. So make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to that. I have so many resources for you. My mission in 2026 is to get more and more women selfish in their own fucking life so that you can get lit up, so that you can get inspired by your own self, so that you can awaken those dreams that have been sitting on the shelf. And this is the year that you're going to blow the dust off of those dreams and learn how to become the woman you need to be to have everything you want. Because I'm telling you, if you have a dream, if you have a desire, that is because it is meant for you. And now your calling is to enter the work to become who you need to be to get it. And that's what I want to do with you. I want to do that for you. I want to guide you. I'm here to help you. That is my mission this year. No more crumbs. No more sitting in victim mode. No more whining about what's happening. You are rising up and you are going for it. And together we are going to make that happen. So if that's you and if that excites you, if you're in, if you are inspired, if you're maybe scared, but you're still a hell yes, tell me in the comments. Make a declaration to yourself. Make a declaration to yourself out loud in the comments. Just say yes or I'm in or whatever. But I'm telling you, there is significance in doing that because you're being witnessed in your decision to choose you this year.